Today I'm going to tell you what you need to know about renting an electric car in Key West, Florida. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. If you are going to Key West, Florida, you will probably see these little electric cars driving around the island, and you can rent them, and they're actually a great way to get around. Open air feeling, you get to see a lot of the different parts of the island, and they're really convenient to park as well as hop in and hop out of. So one of the things that you need to do is rent one of these, and they can be had at a couple different companies. I rented mine from Hydro Thunder. You can go on the website and book it, but if it is a last minute booking, then you might want to call because they certainly seem to have several of these cars in stock. Now, the prices do vary. You can rent it by the hour or bulk hours, and I actually rented mine for just 3 hours so that I could do an island tour. Now, Hydro Thunder does rent a bunch of different types of vehicles, including personal scooters, but the ones I was looking at were these GEM electric cars, which are 4-passenger in a standard configuration, and they did have some that go up to 6 passengers, so they get very long. The vehicles are open air, no doors on them, but they do have a roof, so it will protect you from the sun. There is also a windshield, so you don't have to worry about things getting kicked up by other cars. They do move pretty quickly, I would say about 40 miles an hour. One of the best things about this is that it does have a locking fiberglass trunk, so if you are going places, doing some shopping, going to the beach, you can put some of your valuables in there. It locks with the car key and is very spacious. Now, if you've ever driven a golf cart, it's very similar. There are really only 3 modes. The switch on the dash will go into forward, neutral, and reverse, and the car is pretty silent, but it does whine as you drive it. I would say there are a couple things to note about this. One, it is like a glorified golf cart, so the center of gravity is kind of high, the wheelbase is pretty long, and the width is pretty narrow, so you want to be a little careful when you're driving it. It will creak and flex, but especially on turns, you don't want to take them too fast because the turning radius is very large, and it can be very easy to go into it thinking that it's going to handle like a car. So you want to take those turns really slowly. Make sure all your passengers are buckled up, because when you do take those turns, there really isn't a door to keep people inside the car, and you certainly don't want to roll over, but more importantly, you certainly don't want to clip any other cars because you think the car is going to handle like a typical gasoline car. They do have a license plate, and they are street legal. 40 miles an hour is as fast as anything is going on the road. One of the things that you want to remember is that in the flat areas, it's going to perform just like most of the cars. But I did see some people, and I'm not sure if it was on a low battery charge or not, but when they were trying to go up hills or steep inclines, the cars were moving very, very slowly. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're going to rent one too. In my opinion, these are a great way to explore the far reaches of the islands, including the parks and the beaches. And one of the great things about this is that they are more convenient than regular cars. You don't have to worry about the size in most cases where you park it. You can also jump in and jump out of them much easier than a regular rental car. So it's really the way to go. If you want to rent a vehicle, I would suggest checking out these electric GEM cars in Key West, Florida. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever thanks to Peter Von Panda.